Hello guys, and what is up? Today I'm going to be going over a guide of Xin Xhao for the jungle, of course. Firstly, going to go over his moves. So his passive is Challenge. Xin Zhao challenges his target with his basic attacks and Audacious Charge, reducing its armor by 15% for 3 seconds. 3 Talent Strike. Xin Zhao's next 3 standard basic attacks deal increased damage that reduce his other ability cooldowns, with a third attack knocking an opponent into the air. The cooldown reduction is 1 second on all abilities, and it's not per this. The tooltip reads kind of funny, but it's basically when you activate it, you get 1 second off of Crescent Sweep, Audacious Charge, and Battle Cry. Next is Battle Cry. Xin Zhao passively heals every third hit, and can activate this ability to attack faster. Audacious Charge. Xin Zhao charges in an enemy, dealing damage and slowing all enemies in the area. Crescent Sweep. Xin Zhao fiercely sweeps his spear around him, dealing damage to nearby enemies based on their current health and knocking them back. Now, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that when he knocks everybody back, he also gets armor and magic resist for each person hit. I'm pretty sure. So I think this just reads a little bit funny here. But I think that is. I'll confirm that when I do part 2. Alright, now, next, his ruins. His ruins are going to be my standards for the AD jungler of the Armor Pen Marks, Armor Seals, Magic Resist per level glyphs, and Health Quintessences. Now the Masteries that I use a bruiser jungle setup with him most of the time, which consists of Summoner's Resolve, Perseverance, Durability, Tough Skin, and Bladed Armor, followed by Hardiness, Magic Resist, or Magic Resist, followed by Hardiness, Resistance, Veteran Scars. Obviously, this is a 1-point wonder, and it's amazing. And then Relentlessness. I go ahead to take another 1-point wonder of Reinforced Armor, and then Honor Guard. If you wanted to, you could replace Bladed Armor and Tough Skin, and I probably would even do that. Go ahead and replace those, and you could put them into Tenacious, which stacks multiplicatively with Tenacity, so it's very good. And this is just so you basically just can't get peeled off, really. It's really good. Or you could go ahead and get Unyielding. All would be good. And then go over here into Summoner's Insight. And I take Summoner's Insight. This is for the Flash cooldown. Wanderer, Mastermind, Runic Affinity, and again, improved recall. Runic Affinity, I really like it. It's just super helpful. If you wanted to opt out of all of this, you could go for an AD-oriented build, getting Weapon Expertise, Deadliness, and Fury, if you chose to do so. Spells, they're a given. Smite and Flash. I would never really take... Oh, sorry, burpees. I would never take anything outside of that. He's got nothing to get away. He's got a situational getaway in that if you can charge to a minion or something like that, then you'll be all right. But other than that, you've got no getaway. So I'd say Smite and Flash. If you really wanted to, you could get rid of Flash and take Ghost for chaseability and stuff, but I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. So now on to the items. You're going to be starting with Hunter's Machete and the Health Pots. Boots, as I usually and always say, is situational. Usually and always? Does that work? I don't think it does. Most of the time I say this, boots are situational. If there's a lot of slows, you can get Swiftness. If not, then you get Boots of Mobility. If there's just a straight shit ton of CC, then get Mercury's Treads. Those are the only 3 that I'd really consider getting. None of these other ones are really that great of an option for you. You are going to be building wriggles on him because I find that his clear speeds uh, are pretty bad. They're not pretty bad. Yeah, they are. They're kind of not that great because the whole time he's just kind of poking away with his spear, single target. Um, and so you're going to be getting that, and you're going to be getting a phage. So that is pretty much going to be your core-ish. But once I go through the thing, you'll kind of get to see, because I don't get wriggles too quickly, but I do build a Masteries very fast, just because you're basically getting it for that bonus damage. Okay, so what you're going to end up with for your core will be a Wriggles, Frozen Mallet, Sunfire Cape, and your boots. This is because basically Frozen Mallet gives you that nice amount of tankiness, and you basically have a perma-slow. You get to go in with a Dash's charge, and then they get slowed by your charge, and then after that you're just kind of poking them, and they're just stuck forever. They can never get away. And you'll see the effectiveness of that in-game. And then I get Sunfire Cape. And I say this because the health's good, the armor's good, and then you deal 40 magic damage per second to nearby enemies. He really needs this, because if anything that I hate about Xin Xhao is I find out he falls like really hard late game because his CS is just always so low. People say it, and it's kind of a joke, but it's not really. Xin Xhao farms champions, not creep, because he's all about the single target damage and stuff like that. So so I would definitely get a Sunfire Cape, so that once the late game starts to come, or mid to late game, you can actually farm. So that would be your core. Now for your situational last two pieces, I don't think I can type stuff in on this. So one situational piece that you could consider getting is Tiamat. This is going to give you some more AoE, it's going to give you some health regen, and it's going to give you, once you upgrade it to Ravenous Hydra, it's going to give you some lifesteal, which is going to be nice. You could use this really well. And so that's situational. If you want more AoE, then I would say go ahead and get this. It's going to give you good sustain, AoE, and more damage. And then after that, I would just go straight defensive items. Xin Zhao's a tank. He'll never really be that guy with a ton of CS. So you're not gonna want to build him straight damage. I just find, like, if he had any sort of AoE, he'd be really great to build damage, but he doesn't. He's constantly always just poking one person. So if you build him straight damage, he might kill one person and then he's dead. He's never going to be that guy that's like, you know, super fucking pentakill in a matter of, you know, it might happen, but likelihood is that it's not going to happen, because when you're just sitting there poking one person at a time, you really can't put out the deeps. So I prefer to build him on the side of tankiness. So that being said, Runic Bulwark is a go-to item for him for defense. It gives you a really nice amount of health, gives you armor, gives you magic resist, gives you health regen. It's great. It's a great item on him. And then you could get Maw Malmortis, but I wouldn't really recommend it, actually. So far you got Ravenous Hydra and Runic Bulwark. You could get Guardian Angel because of the resists that are nice. You're gonna have a good amount of health from your Sunfire Cape and your Infinity Edge, and your Frozen Mallet. So you're not gonna need to get much more health. You could if you wanted to. So Runic Bulwark, Warmogs, and then Guardian Angel, because you're gonna get focused. Banshee's Veil would work good. I would actually get Banshee's Veil, I think, over Maw Malmortis, because I don't know, you could get it, but the lifeline is nice. But Banshee's Veil is probably going to save you more from the damage. So that's pretty much it for items that I would get with him. So little quick recap for anyone that wants it concise, is Wriggles, Frozen Mallet, Boots, Sunfire Cape. That's your core. And then you're going to have Ravenous Hydra if you want to do more AoE. If you want to be more tanky, you get Runic Bulwark. And then if you want to come back to life, if you're getting focused, Guardian Angel. If you want more health, Warmogs. You could go ahead and get Runic Bulwark and Warmogs, and you probably pretty much be unkillable. So that's it. That's everything. I hope that helped you guys. Please like and subscribe. It always helps me out. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And tune into the second part where I give you kind of a visual walkthrough of how all this plays out, and then kind of give some tips and tricks on things that you can do with Xin Xhao. Alright, I will see you guys in